Valorant's next agent is going to have plant-based powers. It's pretty much confirmed now because our first major clue was the new map Abyss, housing a strange figure, while the map itself showcased a lot of plants such as vines, trees, and flowers being tested on. Now we have a teaser of spiky vines breaking through and spreading across the ground, obviously a hint as to the next agent's powers. So, what can we predict? We know that this agent is not going to be a duelist. It's also probably not going to be a controller, as we just had Clove released and I don't see how the vines are going to be useful as a controller agent. So that leaves Sentinel and Initiator. If we want to go based off historical releases, it makes the most sense that this new agent will be an Initiator, as we already got a new Sentinel, Duelist, and Controller. But this does not guarantee that it won't be a Sentinel. It's just very likely that this will be an Initiator. Now let's talk abilities. We know that this new agent will have spiked vines as an ability. My guess is that it's going to be a tangle of vines that you can place down and probably control as it's going down. And what it does is that it prevents players from going across it. Given it has spikes, it's obviously going to cause damage, and sharp vines are not something you can just run through, so I think that you might not even be able to walk through it. Or if you are able to walk through it, you might get tangled in it and slowed very drastically, where you're going to lose a lot of health in the vine. Or you might just die from it. Combine the control of a Phoenix wall and the slow of a Harbor wall, but make the slow a lot more, and then just change everything so instead of a wall you have sharp vines protruding from the ground. And voila, you have the agent's vine ability. At least that's what makes sense to me and what I got from the teaser and from the style of Riot Games in general. The other abilities that this agent is going to have is definitely going to be other plant-based powers to stay consistent with the theme. I would imagine their ultimate isn't one that kills players, but rather detains them. Like if you've seen Stranger Things and how these vines basically hold on and immobilize you. So yeah, that makes quite a bit of sense to me as an initiator to have your ultimate detain or disable rather than kill. I think Sova is the only agent whose ultimate is an actual weapon that kills. Since Abyss features large trees, I'm gonna guess that maybe one of their abilities has something to do with trees. Probably not spawning trees out of nowhere on the map, but what if it's like summoning leaves or something from a tree and using that to blind people hiding in corners? Besides the actual vines, everything else is up for complete speculation at this point, so let me know in the comments what you guys think this agent's powers will be. Some cool things that you guys may not have been able to catch is how we have these vines showing up on the outsides of the Valorant logo here, as well as on the new episode screen. We can also see something shooting through the hourglass chamber and causing a bright pinkish purple light to glow from the inside. This is probably foreshadowing the future cinematic where someone will either accidentally or purposefully shoot the chamber and break the glass, releasing whoever that's locked inside, most likely this new agent. One more thing I find interesting, although I might be overthinking this, but does this shape not look like a hood? Like, are we looking at the new agent right now on the screen, but instead of a face, we have Omen, Clove, and the map inside of the hood? I say this because of the way these things are moving here. It doesn't look like plants or anything, but what if this is just another hooded agent like Omen? Okay, now for the big question. Is this new agent going to be Agent 26 or Agent 8? I think right now it's too early to confirm anything. All we know is that this agent is going to have plant-based powers. They're basically going to initiate into sight by doing some gardening, I guess. And if I'm not wrong about this shape resembling its figure, then I think we might have some game-breaking lore on our hands because this agent will look incredibly similar to Omen. And if anything, it looks a lot more scary and a lot more aggressive than Omen. If this is Agent 8, we're going to have some lore that's going to put together some missing puzzle pieces surrounding the Valorant protocol, like why they left, where they've been all this time, and what their past looked like with the protocol. But if it's not Agent 8 and it's a new agent, then we're going to have a brand new story that's going to be just as interesting, because why do the Hourglass have this agent locked up in the first place? Did they find this agent while they were out trying to get rid of Radianite, or did this agent come into the base on a solo mission to take them down? I think we're gonna have to wait for some more teasers and hints to come out to start putting the pieces together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It feels like Clove just dropped last week and we already have a new agent coming out, so that's pretty crazy. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.
One A long.
One sewer, one long.
They're all on your right, I'm not sure.
Or maybe they all long. You could push it the alt. Push it the alt.
Come on, let's go!
Oh,
push
good
this run.
idea. He's on your left.
One enemy remaining.
Flash and push. Never mind. Push it, just run.
Oh my god. No one saw that.
Run it, run it, run it. Nice try.